Ver Phil Spencer e Todd Howard juntos é uma coisa incrível e não é sempre que acontece, afinal de contas, a Bethesda foi adquirida pela Microsoft há cerca de 2-3 anos e nesse momento a gente está vendo o sucesso iminente de Starfield. E é por isso que ambos, Phil e Todd, estão dando algumas entrevistas por aí e hoje a gente traz um vídeo, aliás, 2 vídeos de 2 canais diferentes, grandes canais dos Estados Unidos, que conversaram com eles e questionaram os executivos a respeito do lançamento de Starfield, o seu sucesso, comparativos, Game Pass e também exclusividade de jogos no Xbox. A maioria das perguntas são picantes e ácidas, de uma forma que não deveriam ser feitas, comprometendo o jornalismo de certa forma, mas como a gente sabe que pro Xbox é sempre assim, então se liga nesses vídeos que eu vou trazer para vocês, esse react de hoje em português Brasil, acompanhando o que Phil e Todd falaram. Vem comigo que eu te conto.
Microsoft launching its highly anticipated exclusive Xbox game, Starfield, today. The game coming from Bethesda. It's a studio Microsoft acquired for $7.5 billion back in 2021. Our Steve Kovac joins us now with the executives behind the launch. Steve, over to you.
Hey, Sarah. Yes, thanks. And joining me, it's Phil Spencer, Microsoft's gaming CEO, and Todd Howard, director of Microsoft's Bethesda studio. Gentlemen, thanks for joining us. Phil, I'm going to start with you now. Into this launch today, stakes are huge. We're nearly 3 years into the Xbox cycle. Still haven't really seen a big critical and financial success on the Xbox side of things. What are the stakes here for Starfield? Is this the kind of game that you could think start driving more console sales and more Game Pass subscriptions, Phil?
Well, we're definitely seeing huge demand for the game. You know, the game has just been in preview. We've had more players for any next-gen exclusive than we've had this generation all up. Today is when tens of millions of Game Pass players are going to get to play. It's the most wish-listed game we've ever had between Bethesda and Xbox on Steam. Just a lot of momentum, and big game releases are a lot of fun, and it's great to be part of it.
Todd, I'll turn to you. You've been working on this game, for the better part of a decade now. It's out now. How do you feel? What's the reception been like? And is that translating into people logging on today and downloading and playing Starfield for the first time?
I mean, it's just incredible for us here. It has been a long journey. I'm in the studio. We're just overjoyed with the excitement about the game and getting it in people's hands finally. And really, with our games, we build these gigantic worlds that transport you, but it's really when everybody plays the game that it really comes alive. So we're excited. The games we've done in the past have been played not just hugely at launch, but for years and years. We're going on 12 years since Skyrim, so we couldn't be more excited today.
Yeah, and Phil, that kind of leads into my next question for you. This game, Starfield, is an exclusive to Xbox and PC. Going into this, there were some people who were a little upset that they weren't going to be able to play on other platforms, but this seems to be kind of your strategy. Acquire a studio, maybe keep the legacy franchises alive. We know you plan to do that with Call of Duty if and when the Activision deal closes through. But should we expect to see Starfield on other platforms ever, or is this what we should expect moving forward? New games from acquired studios, exclusive to Xbox?
Well, you use the term exclusive, but if we look at it today, people on Xbox Series S, our affordable console, Series X, the most powerful console on PC and via cloud, and cloud enables any web-enabled device to be able to play Starfield. We think this game is going to be available to literally hundreds of millions of people on the devices that they already own, and looking to make this game as accessible as it can be to players.
Okay, so maybe still exclusive, though.
The game is available on so many different places where people can go play. Definitely on the console, you're going to play it on my Xbox Series S or Series X, and we're seeing great demand for the console and for the game on the console.
Well, Phil, Todd, that's all we got time for. Thank you so much for joining us. Carl, Sarah, I'll send it back to you.
segurar a estrutura do Xbox, desmerecer o Starfield e também desmerecer a plataforma que nós todos amamos. Vou passar o segundo vídeo então para vocês e a gente conversa no React na sequência. Roda aí, capitão!
I asked our audience, what would you ask Todd? Big question from many. Why did you not optimize this game for PC?
We did. It's running great. It is a next-gen PC game. We really do push the technology, so you may need to upgrade your PC for this game, but it's got a lot of great stuff going on in it, and the fans are responding awesome.
Kara and I have been reviewing the gameplay. We've also been reviewing some of the discussion online. Phil, good to see you. Xbox Game Pass, okay, it's available to anyone that subscribes. So how can you guarantee from a sort of sales perspective that you kind of hit the heights that Skyrim has? If it's available to anyone through Game Pass, how do you ensure people actually play it?
Well, we can see people playing, which is great, on the platform. You might know the game has been in preview for the last week, and it's already our most played next-gen exclusive game on Xbox. So we're seeing huge success. It's our biggest wish-listed game on Steam across Xbox and Bethesda Game Studios history. And now, as you said, tens of millions of Game Pass subscribers and the standard edition retail customers all get to play today. So incredible day, new franchise launching, and it's a lot of fun.
And I'm sure you want to dwell on the here, the now, Phil, but you've been asked, and I'm going to ask it again, you mentioned exclusive. So does that mean the Elder Scrolls 6 will be? How do you mark as to whether this is the right track? Phil?
Yeah, we look at it on a case-by-case basis with the games that we build. We want to make sure our games are available in so many different places, on our Xbox consoles, on PC, also via cloud. These games can come to almost any web-enabled device. We're looking at, millions and millions of players who will have access to Starfield and other Xbox Game Studios games. It's really about giving players choice around how they want to play, and they build their library of games.
What then, Todd, about timing? What then about other names, other games, Baldur, for example, Baldur's Gate, that have done significantly well? How do you think about ultimately making sure everyone's addicted to your current offering right here, right now?
I think if you look at video games now, it is so competitive. I think this year, 2023, could be the greatest year ever in video games. I don't know, but to have Starfield be out there and the response that we've gotten has just been incredible for everybody here at the studio. And the other thing is, yes, it's about launch, it's about today, but our games, they are played for years. We're 12 years after Skyrim, still one of our most played games. So we like to build these worlds that people can really, really get lost in. The fan feedback and what it means to everybody, it really is incredible for all of us here.
Todd, I want to go to another one of the audience questions, and it's very specific, but so many people asked it. Why are there no vehicles on planets? Space is one thing, but what about terra firma?
It's a great question, actually. It's something we consider. We're going to do outer space, we're going to do planets. Once you do vehicles, it does change the gameplay. So by focusing, once you land in your ship, that you're on foot, it lets us really, for the players, make it an experience where we know how fast they're seeing things. In one sense, you do have a vehicle, which is obviously you have your spaceship, you can go around in space, but then on the surface, you do have a jetpack, which you can upgrade, which is super fun, new experience for us, and obviously planets have different levels of gravity, which make that unique for many planets.
Phil, this is so closely tied to Xbox, and I find it interesting. I have to ask you about the latest offer from Microsoft and Activision to the UK CMA. Do you think that structure will be accepted with the UK CMA?
We're working cooperatively with the regulators as we've had through this whole process. As you're well aware, it's been a long process. We remain confident in the work that we're doing with the CMA and the European Commission and here with the FTC in the US that we will close this acquisition.
Another rather specific question for you, Todd. What's been your favorite means and operation, like your build out there? What's been your favorite build or indeed favorite, means of traveling through space?
Favorite means of traveling through space? Well, when I'm doing my ship, I like to focus on shields and defense because you never know what's going to happen when you jump into a new system in the game. As far as character builds, it's one of the things we love to do, which is there's so much you can do in the game. It's almost like 5 or 6 games at once, and we usually tell people, just get comfortable, do what you want to do. If you want to zen out and scan planets and explore them, great. If you want to join the pirates, great. If you want to do this epic main quest, it's really whatever you want to do, whatever you're comfortable with. And really, for us, it is, we do these worlds, but it's about the players making it, you know, their own.
Todd, this game took 7 years to make. Does generative AI now allow studios like you to expedite the creation process quickly?
Well, it seems we want to do that every time. We want to do it faster, and there are areas where we can go faster, but these are complex projects. They're big technological innovation going on. There's so much design. This game has over 3 million words in it. So we do like to make really big games. Those will take some time, and as you mentioned before, the competition in our industry is quite high, the bar is high, and we want to get there for all of our fans every time.
Olha só, hein? As RTX e também as próximas Radeons também que já acompanham os modelos também similares, já vão acompanhar aí em torno de 1440p, acima de 45, 50 frames ou em 4K. de lançamento do jogo. Então, realmente é muito infeliz da parte da pessoa trazer, por exemplo, querer desmerecer dizendo que Baldur's Gate vai ofuscar, né, a onda do Starfield. Primeiro, são jogos com temáticas completamente diferentes. Podem ser ambos RPG, mas são coisas totalmente à parte. Baldur's Gate é uma história ali focada, eu não sei, eu não joguei, mas pelo que eu entendo, vou dar um exemplo, como se fosse o Diablo, entendeu? Uma coisa mais assim, RPG de época. Starfield é uma coisa totalmente nova, interplanetária, tecnológica, construção de naves, viagem entre galáxias, exploração, descoberta, arma, tiro, porrada, bomba. Pra quê? A gente sempre vai... O Todd mesmo foi muito feliz, ele falou assim, sempre vão ter... O mercado, a indústria de videogames tá muito competitiva, e ele mesmo fala, talvez 2023 é o melhor ano pros gamers, para todos nós, porque tá saindo muita coisa muito boa. E realmente, todo mês tem 1, 2 jogos ali trabalhando, que são de grande expressão, e as pessoas vão ter mais opções para elas se divertirem e jogarem. Isso que é o legal. Agora querer trazer um lado do tipo, como é que você vai fazer para vender o seu peixe com Starfield? Não precisa, os resultados estão aí, minha filha. Se você olhar os resultados antes de fazer essa pergunta, não ficaria tão feio para você. Um ponto interessante desse vídeo foi quando o Phil, né, foi questionado ali no vídeo também da Bloomberg, pelo jornalista, com relação a aquele primeiro, rapidamente um parênteses ali sobre a aquisição da Activision Blizzard pela Microsoft, se ele realmente, né, o que ele estava esperando, se ele realmente entende que o CMA